You can achieve mouse-like precision with motion controls on Deep Rock Galactic. This is how it works. Using Steam, I can use motion sensors to emulate a mouse and use my wrists to aim in conjunction with the analog stick. This is called gyro aim. Since the gyro works just like a mouse, we don't need aim assist and we can be just as fast as a mouse. Pretty cool, huh? We can go even further by changing the behavior of the analog stick. Instead of constantly moving the camera in one direction, we can just snap to the angle that we pointed. This is called flick stick. It's tricky to get used to, but it's so satisfying. I'm really impressed with how well this game works with gyro aim. And stick to the end of the video to find out how can you play like this too. Sounds great, right? Well, this game has native gyro support on PS5, and recently I made a video about motion controls on PS5 games, and the results were, bad. Most games have motion controls emulating the right analog stick, which causes motion to have dead zones, delay and drag, and low sensitivities. And though Deep Rock Galactic has one of the best gyro aim implementations on PS5, that goes to show that the bar is kinda way too low. I'm sure devs made their best effort. Usually, gyro aim ends up like this because devs are trying to minimize noise, or they just don't know the fundamentals of good gyro aim. If that's you, please just read the gyro wiki. So here's what gyro looks like on PS5, and this is how it looks like on PC. As you can see, the sensitivity on PS5 is really low. The dead zone is too big, and the dead zone slider for the analog stick also changes the dead zone for motion controls, which should be a big no-no. Motion controls should not have dead zones at all in most cases. They should have a tightening window, like Fortnite. If movements are tiny and slow, the results will be more filtered than fast and big movements. This maintains the natural sensitivity scale and doesn't rely on acceleration and filtering. Motion controls on Deep Rock Galactic on PS5 are still usable and plays better than most PS5 games with the same feature, but still lacks the understanding of how to make good motion controls. But hey, on PC, this game works really great. You can even use motion controls to navigate menus. So if you want to try playing like this, I have a configuration that you can quickly import by clicking on the controller icon on Steam, clicking on your configuration, going to the community tab, and applying my configuration. Now set the game sensitivity to 185 and you are good to go. 100% gyro sensitivity on Steam equals 1-to-1 movement, meaning that one rotation in real life equals one rotation in game. By default, the config comes with 1-to-2 sensitivity, meaning that one full rotation in real life equals 2 full rotations in game. If you want to change the sensitivity of the analog stick, make sure to do that on Steam and not in the game. Unfortunately, Steam can't recognize when a mouse cursor is on screen in this game. So you will need to navigate menus with gyro and select things with R2. Or you can press the share button to completely disable everything related to gyro to navigate menus in a more traditional way. In all of my configurations, hold R3 to disable gyro to recalibrate the position of your controller. This is important because after controlling your recoil, you will always need to reposition your controller. To use the flare gun, use the D-pad down, and to call for resupply, double tap the D-pad down. In this configuration, we are also using flick stick. Flick stick doesn't allow you to look up or down because the analog needs to go to the horizontal angle that you pointed. That's why this configuration needs motion controls, so we can look up or down. If you don't want to use flick stick, just change flick stick to joystick, and don't forget to set the R3 button. And that's it! If this is your first time trying something like this, I have a playlist with tips on how to get good with gyro. And if you want to see more motion control games and tips, just give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.